Alright, what's up, scoundrels? I'm back with another video. It's actually a follow-up to a video I had a couple weeks ago on the can we nest it. Hell, I don't even know if this was a few weeks ago. It might have been a few days ago. It feels like it's a blur. And one of the reasons is I've been racking my brain over how in the world this nest could get one shot by the spy. If you remember, I sort of explained the mechanics of why Nest wasn't going to be able to work by herself, and I also showed you in the video just how hard Spy can hit. Spy can hit really hard. I showed I think it was a 326,000 K crit against my Nest, and so I started thinking about this, and the more I looked at it, the more I thought about it, the more I realized, okay, this really isn't possible based on the way the game mechanics are set up right now for that much damage to have been done. I explained that based on the multiplier of damage at the end, it can get really ugly, and it can. What it cannot do is hit you for as hard as we got hit here, and I'm going to explain a flaw in the game design that is actually allowing this to happen, and it's keeping a counter such as Nest from really being possible at all. So if you remember in this, the spy is attacking with the special attack, and that special attack is amplifying damage based on all status effects, both the debuffs on Nest as well as the buffs on himself. And so in the clip, you see there are actually 10 status effects that are going on that allow Nest to hit for as much damage as it does. But what you're not seeing is an error in the game, and so I'm gonna pause it here because this has got a lot of math behind it, and I actually need to shout out a couple people for the help. Zero and SWgoh, both on the modding Discord server. We worked through some of the math behind this, and I'm going to show you the math because I want you to see it. I want you to understand part of the reason that this is broke as it is. Right? I'm not just making this up. And to do that, I have to take you back a little bit in terms of why this is as broke as it is. I'm only going to go into one side. There's a whole other side that I could get into, but I'm going to go into the one that I know is pretty certain this is causing this issue. If you were around when the Rancor raid first came out, you'll remember that there was a bug called the Tebow bug. The issue with Tebow was that as a leader, he would give every Ewok a chance to gain stealth for one turn. And that's cool as a great benefit. But he also has a special ability that gives himself stealth for 3. And what was happening was the 3-turn stealth would get overtaken by the 1-turn stealth, and it would keep him from being able to actually be stealth for the full 3 turns. And trust me, plenty of my fellow Doe Ewok fans were, just mortified by this, and we reported it, and SWgoh put like probably 15 tickets up on it. It finally got addressed a long time after the Rancor raid came out. But the way they fixed it is what's causing this issue right now. The way they fixed it was essentially allow stealth to stack on itself and just essentially be a hidden buff underneath. And so even though you might get 1 or 2 or 3 or 4 of those 1-turn stealths on Tebow, they would roll off before the 3-turn stealth came up, and so you could have a perpetual stealth on your Tebow, and it would be great, and more importantly, it wouldn't get cut short before the 3 turns if you use your special. Now that was the fix, and I get it. It made sense at the time. You've not really breaking anything, but this is where it happened. This is where it's breaking the game for the bugs. The stealth effect that's going into play for Spy can happen many times based on the fact that it's on the basic, and Spy is getting called all the time because of all the assists and out of turn attacks. And so what is essentially happening here is Spy is removing all of these status effects and bumping up the damage 40% for every single one of them, including all of the stealth effects you can't see underneath the way the game is being played right now. And so it's really unfortunate because while it's great that they can do a lot of damage, it's also causing a lot of issues for people that are trying to counter this with things other than Nest, right? When you can have a Scion get one shot or other characters like this, I think it's breaking the game, and it's something that EA, CG really need to think about how they're going to fix, because you definitely don't want to take away the Tebow effect, right, and make Tebow have the same issue, but at the same time, you can't have this status effect stacking as intensely as it is for Spy without causing some serious one-shot capabilities on him. So I'm going to show you the math now because I think it's important to see. And again, thank you to Zero and SWgoh for helping me run through this. I'm not going to walk you through all the details, but I'm going to make sure you know this has been really well looked at and really laid out. If you do see something that you think is incorrect here, definitely let me know. We tried our best to pour over it. But really all it comes down to is this. You've got the attack rating, the buff bonus from, offense up, assuming that lands prior to the damage and doesn't get taken out whenever the buffs are cleared. You've got the multiplier on the attack. You've got the in damage. You've got to add your crit rating. You add the total damage plus the 400% based on the quote 10 status effects that are on Nest and Spy. So a total damage before defense should be at 103. You then add the armor pen of 120 based on a unique that Geo Soldier has and what this Spy has already, which takes the Nest armor down from 138 to 30%. So your overall damage should have been 72,561, but we got 326,000. That's a great big difference from what should have happened versus what did happen. And so I'm making this video as a public service announcement to everyone that's playing the game, trying to find counters to Geos. This is an issue. I hope we find a solution to it soon. But more than anything, I hope you know what you're going up against now. And if you find other ways to get around it, even better. Hit me up in the Discord for Scoundrels. I, of course, put that in the link below. If you haven't already, please like and subscribe, and also consider joining the Patreon for other footage that I've got out there. So thanks so much, and I will see you guys soon.